Hey, what's up guys, my name is Charlie. Today we're going to be reacting to some more Nostalgia Critic, and it's going to be the Shining miniseries. Holy shit, I didn't even know there was the Shining miniseries. That's a new revelation to me. That is actually very fascinating. So, I don't know what to expect, but right away I already want to watch these. I don't know if they're going to be good, I don't know if they're going to be bad, I don't know what to expect. I've never even knew these existed. But please, for the love of Christ, let these be on Amazon Prime. Let me watch these. Even if they're good or bad, I mean, it's The Shining. It's got to be good, right? Yeah, I've watched the movie The Shining from 1980. Great movie. Watched it multiple times. Jack Nicholson, great actor, here is Johnny, the most iconic famous scene. You know what, it's one of actually The Simpsons actually does one of an episodes on The Shining. It's like no TV, no beer makes Homer go crazy, if those who have seen that episode. Give me the bat, give me the bat. Ah! For those who have seen that episode, you know what I'm talking about. It's a great episode, The Simpsons, of that one. It's perhaps one of my favorite. But why am I talking about The Simpsons? Because, hey, it's got to do something with The Shining, that's why. Yeah, I'm actually going to be really fascinated and very interested to see what it's all about. Hopefully these are going to be good. The Shining miniseries, these better be bloody amazing. However, why do I have a feeling that they're not going to be good? I'm sort of having that spidey sense that these are not going to be good. Mostly because the Nostalgia Critic's reviewing it, and Nostalgia Critic never reviews anything happy and good. It's always critical. It's always going to suck. So I'm very concerned. Hopefully there's good acting, but without Jack Nicholson, it doesn't really make it good. So you don't really need Jack Nicholson to make a good movie. Well, then that's blasphemy, I know. I said it, I went there, that's blasphemy. Yeah, let's check out the video, shall we? Let's go. Oh boy, here we go. Boosh. I'm hoping these are gonna be good, so I want to watch them, even if they are bad. Or good, whatever they are. Out of curiosity. Ooh. It. Oh, they float.
I tell you, nothing like moving to a new place, doing some heavy lifting, stretching the muscles. Isn't it great, guys?
I don't know why I didn't think of this before.
I mean, why keep filming all my stuff at home when I have a perfectly good location just waiting to be used?
Were we always filming at your house?
Yeah, to be honest, it was actually really inconsistent where we were.
What's important is that we have this fantastic location built on top of a harmless Indian burial ground that rests below the holy remains of a burnt-down insane asylum for schizophrenic homicidal orphans. And vampire puppies. So why don't you guys get busy putting together those very heavy props while I figure out where to put this delightful Halloween ornament? Oh, and if you guys could place them in the order of my favorite props to my least favorite props, that'd be great.
Nitpicking. The squeaky toy.
You're boss! You don't get to take notes with me as I watch the highlight of any nostalgia-ween, the Stephen King miniseries.
Oh, damn. It's fascinating.
Yep, nothing like celebrating the holidays by attacking a man who's done absolutely nothing to me and is making his living by entertaining others. Oh, we'll show him, won't we, Pennywise? Oh, yeah. We all know he's had some classic stories, but he's also had some classic blunders. And nowhere are they more spotlighted than in the overly long and overly goofy miniseries. Only this time, the idea is not to get one of his ideas
oh, yes,
to the
this
screen,
one.
it's rectifying a
Scare
version
the
that he's
little
hated for
girl.
years. That, of course, being The Shining. Most are aware
Very
of the Stanley
majestic.
Kubrick adaptation, or as the Brits like to say, Kubrick. And for the most part, audiences seem to enjoy it. That is, of course, except for King. Yep, the guy who loved 2012 and Death Race couldn't stand the theatrical release of The Shining. So, what to do? Release his own version on TV in 1997 with a teleplay entirely written by him. It's sure to have some kingly awkwardness, and I'm here to take notes on it for my next review. So, what are we waiting for? Let's dive into the Wish You Overlooked Hotel with The Shining.
Okay.
So our story takes place not in Maine. What the hell's going on here? As we open with Jack, played now by Steven Weber, being instructed how to handle the boiler room when he becomes the caretaker of the Overlook Hotel.
Okay.
Oh, and I don't mean briefed. I mean instructed with every single detail.
Oh, we get to see it.
It's got a safety
Come on.
valve. Hey, this is your drop valve. So here's what you gotta do. This son of a buck has been
Was this
lucky.
an
No
instruction
safety
manual
valves. Be rated for
video?
160 every night. Last thing.
You know, oddly enough, King, the inner workings of a water boiler described by Commissioner Gordon in the hopes that your obvious setup for the climax will seem less silly isn't as riveting as you think.
Well, yeah.
But at least he has some history to welcomingly scare the shit out of the new housekeeper.
We
Wow.
had this lady here last summer, slit her wrist. Then there was this last caretaker, Grady.
What about him?
Shotgun. Both barrels.
Jeez, I hope you don't say this on all the hotel
Jesus.
tours.
Yeah,
And
you
over there
bring down
is
the
kitchen
value.
where old Mary McCreed cooked her
place.
husband. Pipe down, he was delicious.
Jack then talks to the owner of the hotel, played by the shaking head of Elliot Gould.
The board has decided to put an alcoholic less than a year away from his last drink in charge of one of the greatest resort hotels in America. May I be frank?
Oh, why stop now?
It makes me sick.
You
Here
be
are the
Frank, I be
keys.
Jim.
Enjoy your stay.
I'll not only be taking care of the Overlook, but I'll be taking care of myself and my family.
While Jack assures our mystery theater actor that he's no longer on the sauce, we see his boy and wife waiting eagerly at home, played by Kirtland Meade and Rebecca De Mornay.
Did your dad
Not
get the
familiar with
job?
these actors.
Uh-huh. He and the man he talked to didn't like each other, but he got it.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
That's right. In this version, the parents are totally aware that the kid is psychic, and the reaction is... I guess when you get down to it, that is kind of a legit reaction. I mean, what's he have to look
Meh.
forward to? An apartment with a neon sign on top of the Walgreens?
Pilot the tower. Gotta make emergency landing.
This makes Jack's wife, Wendy, think back, quite randomly the more I think about it, to that terrible night when her husband had been drinking too much. Or at least, badly imitating a guy who's been drinking too much.
Look at this map. Go
Is
off
it
and use the phone
gonna
and
be
come
bad
back
acting?
up,
I can't tell
Answer
what's
me,
gonna happen.
damn pup, and I'll fix you.
Slurred cliches and monotone anger. The only thing to make this more obvious is an empty bottle of there we go.
What did you do to Daddy? I am never going to another emergency ward, Jack. Said you could stop on your own.
I was wrong.
Anything ever happens again, I am packing my bags and I'm leaving.
You're right. It's gotta end. One way or the other.
As you can see, I'm really torn up about it. But his son Danny is having his own issues outside, as his imaginary friend Tony tries to communicate with him.
Okay.
Danny! Hi, Doc.
Whoa! What
Really?
the hell?
So,
They
Tony
can
all
float.
this time was
What's
an
this?
awkwardly hovering version
They
of the
float
Encyclopedia
too.
Britannica kid? I don't think
Maybe it's
anyone could have
it.
predicted
Maybe
that
it's
from
the
Critic
clown.
version. I always thought it was a demonic rendition of the Frosted Flakes mascot.
Or to what?
But Tony shows him some scary images of what's to come, like a killer hose.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Scary. A killer hose, really.
You know, King, you have a talent for taking things that are very obviously
Was
not
this a
scary
Disney
and
movie?
keeping them very obviously not scary. I mean, what are you gonna do? Try to make croquet scary too?
Was this an Eddie Murphy haunted house
blood
film
or
or something?
teeth on something doesn't mean we're automatically gonna be frightened by it.
I mean, can you think of an instance where you just took something random, you put blood or teeth on it, and that instantly worked?
Ah, that was different.
Was it
It
haunted
turns out
house
the
or haunted
horrifying
mansion? I
croquet
remember that
mallet
Eddie
was
Murphy
just another
movie.
one of Danny's visions. Though Jack does
I like
seem
that
to be
movie.
struggling as
It
he
was
finds
good.
himself calling his AA sponsor, who loves reminding him of stuff that he apparently already knows.
Well, you know what they say at the AA meetings, don't you? You know what they say in the meetings, Jack.
Well, if he knows, why are you telling him? But it's still tempting for him as he finds himself drawn to local pubs like the Tavern.
Wow.
Here's to hoping randomly toasting people outside my window doesn't lead to ironic consequences. I'm benign. So they make their way to the hotel as they play their favorite driving game, What the Hell Did My Son Just Say?
Elmer Martin at daycare. It was a daughter dinner.
It was daughter dinner? What?
Overlooked just the summertime hotel.
Of course, it doesn't help that his teeth look like someone photoshopped Napoleon Dynamite's mouth.
Oh, yeah, damn.
Well, he does! Funny-looking children
I'm not
have
gonna
just as
make
much right
out.
to be
I'm
made
not gonna
fun of
make
as
fun
any
of
other
his
person. Hey, where'd
teeth.
you
He's
get
a
that?
kid.
They approach the
I was
hotel, and
gonna say,
everything about the
hey,
most
his
part
teeth's a
seems
bit
pretty
strange,
welcoming.
but he's a kid. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna pick on that kid for his teeth.
Here they come across Dick Halloran.
Nice to know you, Mr. Howard.
Everyone's
Dick,
different.
please. Well, Doc. You gonna give me a hand, or you just gonna stand there?
So Dick, of course, explains that Danny and him share the same psychic power that he refers to as the Shining. And that if he ever needs help, just to use his power to contact him.
And maybe a half a dozen times, I've seen things.
What were they, Dick?
Now, I, of course, am too sophisticated to make any jokes about a tiny little boy talking to a big black dick, but I'd like to show you how many opportunities I have to make a joke.
Come on. You're gonna come down the same feet with me. Nobody's gonna tell your daddy anything. Just look the other way and count to 10.
That was a cheap
just
shot.
about glow in the damn dark. Just promise me you won't go in. This is between you and me.
What do you want me to think?
Anything as long as it's hard.
I should get a medal for how many I'm avoiding.
Oh my god,
by
the
the way,
amount of
be
jokes
scared.
you
A
can
door
insert.
closed. But that's not the important part. The real juicy stuff is we have a hotel to tour.
So there's a pantry back there, there's a vegetable bin here.
And tour.
Dining room seats, 200. Used to seat almost twice that many.
And
The
tour.
elevator's the easiest way to the service area.
And
That
tour.
would be in one of the smaller freezers. You get to that through the pantry.
And
The
tour.
master bedroom, madame.
And oh my god, are you gonna show us every goddamn fucking room? How about some scary
Why not?
stuff? I mean, aside from, by the way, the door closed.
We're gonna...
I mean, we're over an hour in, and the scariest
Really?
thing
An
coming
hour
up
in?
is a hose and the Encyclopedia Britannica guy. Tell me you're trying harder than this.
Gotta get moving.
Oh, thank God.
Hey, you want to see more of this place?
No. No.
Jesus Christ, the boom mic in the reflection is more exciting to watch than this.
Wow, I
know
didn't
he's trying
notice
to make
that.
excuses about how it's a ghost mic or something. Hey, it's about as scary as a hose or the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah, maybe it's not a
kid.
boom mic.
Can't you
Maybe
give us
it's
something?
a killer boom mic. It's a scary killer boom mic.
But finally, the guy gets going and they start looking after the place.
Ooh.
And he's already off to a bang-off start, as he accidentally comes across a wasp nest and gets stung.
Can I keep it in my room, Mom?
Do you think that's...
It's fine. It's fine. They're all dead, guaranteed.
Hey, come on. I thought the only wasp we needed were the three right in
Who
front
the
of
hell
us.
collects
well,
wasps'
they're
nests?
looking over a big, creepy, scary hotel. You know those will lead to a lot of other scary possibilities. Like bringing groceries into the hotel, putting them away, reading a children's
Let me
book,
guess, all the
putting
bees
that
come
away,
back.
discussing
That's
the
what's gonna
children's
happen,
book
ain't it?
immediately after they read
All the
it,
bees are
really.
gonna come
They're
back.
doing so fantastic.
Like a scary scene.
Well,
The bees
finally,
chasing.
we do get
That's
some
my
form
guess.
of suspense
Something
when
very
Danny
stupid.
locks himself in the bathroom.
Okay.
Oh no, another Miracle Whip binge. Wake up now!
Tony was here. He was here.
There is no Tony. There's no imaginary pal who comes and shows you the future. Now, will you stop with that crap?
So, what are they gonna do after this bit of excitement? Talk about it, of course!
I just got scared because, I thought... You know what? I don't know what I thought.
Oh, Jesus! Do something! I mean, how far along are we again? Do something! Okay, great. So, they finally decide that Danny should go to a doctor. Fair enough.
Alright.
But what kind of
A
doctor should he go to?
psychiatrist?
There's one in Sidewinder that's supposed to be good. It's not a pediatrician, he's a GP, but...
Oh my God, are you serious?
Are we
What
really...
tax is more exciting than this?
We really have to listen to all this?
The idea
They're
of
clearly
scary
trying to
will
kill
ever
all the
happen.
time.
Your anger.
Oh, yeah, Lord knows. That's much more scary than the insane ghost downstairs constantly messing with your hotel. Yeah, literally, all sorts of weird stuff is going on downstairs, and where are our caretakers? Finding out how many different ways they can say sorry.
Oh god. I was
I don't know, I'm sure you'll
expecting
film
something a
every
little
one that
bit.
comes to mind, though. I mean, seriously, are the ghosts just patiently waiting for them to notice what they're doing?
I don't want this to be an angry place, Jack.
Guys, you know we're doing a lot of creepy stuff down here. Turn the lights on and off, the jukebox, moving things. Pretty scary. Okay, well, whenever you guys get a minute, feel free to come on down and take a look at it and, maybe be terrified. If not, just have a good night, enjoy your conversation, and,
It's awkward.
yeah, good luck with your little problem there. Again, scary, very scary. Boo.
we do at last get a little bit more action as the wasp nest suddenly comes
Of
alive.
course. I thought that. I said that. I knew that was gonna happen. Of course.
God, it's like those replenishing bees from the Mega Man games. They just never die.
Bees. My God.
We played those games.
I know I did, honey. Stay here with Mommy. I'll be right back.
But whoa, that was way too much excitement for part 1. So let's level it out with the incredibly exciting actions of going to the kitchen, getting a container, trapping them in it, taking them outside, going into the living room, retrieving your camera, taking pictures of the wounds, and talking about how you can use this to possibly get some insurance money from it.
Oh, come on.
I think $5,000 a sting should do it. Huh? Don't you think?
Who cares? We're not
Wow.
The other movie had an elevator
Using
and
this
one,
kid
two
as
scary
money.
girls and whatever the fuck that was.
And aside from the ghost once again closing the doors every once in a while, nothing creepy is happening at all. What's next? They're gonna terrifyingly tinker with the thermostat?
Oh, dramatic.
So as we
Well,
begin
666
part
would be
2, which I'm sure a lot of people
666
saw,
would
seeing how
be.
part 1 was so riveting.
Good
We finally
number
see
to have it
Danny
on.
goes to the doctor.
How did Danny break his arm?
His father did. Jack didn't mean to hurt him, but he was drunk.
Didn't we go over this? The flashback, remember?
Yeah,
Drunken
it's
Christian Bale
gotta
hurting his
constantly
son?
remind
We
us.
saw this. Why does this need to be repeated?
So your family's mending.
I think it is, Doctor. We're trying to move on.
This moment of pointlessly long writing brought to you by Stephen King, helping young kids reach the top shelf for 40 years. God, even when a setup for a scary moment happens, look what they do with it.
Shut up! Do you hear me? Just shut up!
Danny! It's snowing! Take a look. It's snowing.
Hey, thank God! Satan and his demon army
Maybe they
be
can
dealt with
build a
later.
snowman.
It's snowing!
Huh.
God, I can't take this shit.
I thought it was supposed to be a scary sort of TV series. Why is it all jolly and happy and sad and jolly
Yes.
again?
Hey, Critic, we felt really bad about abandoning you while you were moving everything.
Yeah, you did.
We're wondering if you wanted us to come back and help you out.
Rachel, let me explain something to you. Whenever you call and interrupt me, you're breaking my concentration. You're distracting me.
Yeah.
It'll take time to get back to where I was. You understand?
What got into you? Aunt Flo in town?
We're gonna make a
shining
new
scene.
rule. Whenever you hear me typing like this,
How can I hear you typing if you're miles away?
or whether you don't hear me typing, whatever the fuck you hear me doing, when I am in here, I am working, and that means you don't call.
Damn.
Think you can handle that?
That's a true
Say
shining
you
Jack
used to be so
Nicholson.
nice,
isn't it?
but that wouldn't be correct.
Why don't you start by getting the fuck out of here?
Because I'm not in the same room with you.
Say that!
Good, no moving day. Let's go celebrate with some pumpkin tacos.
Shining.
What?
The Shining, the movie. Where Jack Nicholson goes crazy?
You'll have to be a little more specific.
Kubrick movie. I think he's gone crazy and it's reenacting the Kubrick movie. We have to do something before he goes too far.
Oh, hell no, I'm not doing that.
Why?
Do you know what happens to the black guy in that movie? What happens to all black guys in scary
Oh,
movies?
come on.
No?
Well, let's just say it doesn't end well.
It doesn't end well. That's a stereotype, though. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just a stereotype.
Fine.
But they
We're
don't
not
survive,
pumpkin
do
McNuggets, I'm blaming
they?
you.
They do get killed a lot. They do sort of get killed all the time, actually. So I don't know if that's a stereotype or not.
So I know you're all blown away with that snow scene, but sad to say, some actual suspense seems to enter the picture when Danny is tempted to go into room 217, which he has been forbidden to go in.
Doc, what are you doing here, Doc?
They're like pictures in a book.
Doc, if you give them the chance to become more than
I
that, they
could
can...
go in here if I want to. Go away. Leave me alone.
Okay.
Good. To find out how you can own the new Encyclopedia Britannica...
Oh, come on.
I was talking to the people at home.
Just a hose, stupid.
Oh, come on.
Just call this number and we'll send you this free
A
book.
scary hose, seriously.
What are you doing?
Nothing, Daddy.
Nothing, Daddy.
What are you doing in Mr. Ullman's office?
Oddly enough, most of the transition of Jack turning crazy is done surprisingly pretty flowingly. That is except for this one moment where I think a page was out of place or something because suddenly he's in full nut mode with no lead in at all.
What have you got behind your back?
Nothing, Daddy.
Nothing, honey. Not supposed to go into any of the guest rooms. What should we do about a little boy who cannot keep to the rules?
Daddy, I didn't go in the...
Men follow the rules.
They also say they're
And
asked
do women? Does that mean women don't follow the rules?
Oh,
men follow
just
the
when you
rules,
thought
so
this
women
movie
don't
couldn't
follow
get
the rules?
Any more
How's-
drawn out, any more boring, any more tediously long-winded. We get a 12-minute conversation about their marriage without any
God.
scares, any action, or any suspense whatsoever.
What has happened to us, Jack?
Please try to bear.
My hopes have gone down when I first saw that killer hose with teeth.
Is stress the reason you don't want to make love to me?
That was the moment I realized that this is going to be a bit boring.
We didn't have much back.
God, I
in
wish I had
the
some popcorn I could throw at the screen. Boo!
How much I bitch things up for myself.
I'm not talking about
God,
the
I need some
guest
popcorn to
room.
throw at this
Don't be sorry.
damn screen.
I do. The booze and my temper and George Hatfield.
Your husband lost his last chance because his son sees things sometimes?
That is so unfair, and you know it.
Situation is unfair.
D-Rob.
We didn't have much back in
So after that
Was it-
terrifying
was
bit
it
of
rum?
horror, we finally get to where the
Rum? It was,
real
like, spelled
scary shit
backwards, so-
lies in all this. The real terrifying heart that it's all been building up to. The plants don't have snow on them anymore.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, and you know what's even
epicness.
scarier? Having them be totally still while playing animal sound effects over them. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna
What
piss
is this,
myself.
Jumanji? What is this?
Ooh, I'm gonna write a Doctor Who episode about this. And because breaking in the first time went so well, Danny decides maybe doing it again will turn out even better.
God, he doesn't learn, does he?
And wouldn't you know it, something actually a touch scary does occur
Oh,
here.
finally.
Josh Holloway,
Oh.
so that's where you went after Lost.
Hello, Danny.
Oh, that is hideous.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
You shit! Whew.
When the parents come across
That made
him,
me
they notice
jump.
He's not his usual cryptic self, but rather a more unusual cryptic
I knew it was
self.
coming, but that made me jump. Jesus.
Hey, Danny,
Crap.
way to get to first base.
Bastard! Wait, I never... You so much as lay a finger on him again, I will wait till you're asleep and I will kill you.
Of
Wow.
course, she figures out it wasn't
Jesus.
Jack and asks him to go figure out who
You'd
did
get
it.
arrested for that.
After 5 minutes of talking about
Don't
it,
threat
of
people
course.
like that.
We have to get out of here.
What are you talking about?
The place was bad. Everything bad that happened here, still here.
Stop talking about it and just show us what's fucking scary!
But if we don't go soon, we might not be able to go at all.
Oh, look, a commercial. I do hope they're still talking when they come back from it.
The first bad thing.
And they are.
Oh,
What the hell? Are you
Christ.
fucking serious? The conversation was so long that it literally needed a commercial break!
Look, in books, I know stories are carried through a lot of dialogue and obviously a lot of words. That's the medium. But film is a visual medium.
Yeah, you need
Show,
visual,
don't
not too much
tell. I mean, by
dialogue.
God, imagine if George Malaise, instead of showing his voyage to the moon, just talked about it the whole time.
So they got in this very flat, strange-looking device that kind of looked like a penis and launched it into the moon. Oh, the moon, by the way, has a face on it, and it actually hits the face in the eye. Oh, this would be rather unbelievable if we were to see this visually, but... Nah.
D-Rob.
Was it D-Rum stands for murder or something? Or something? D-Rum.
So Jack decides
Backwards,
to
I
go
can't
up
remember.
there and carve himself a witch. Say, this looks like the most intimidating weapon around here.
Yeah, D-Rom or something like that was murder
Yeah,
backwards.
because you've already closed the door 186 times. Maybe the 187th will catch us off guard. All right, let's get some exciting, scary, and/or run away like a pussy. Well, that's enough frightening stuff for this scene. Let's go back to more talking.
Did you break the CB?
It wasn't broken when you were in there?
Why would you hint at the scary thing we already saw? You showed it! You showed it in close-up, you showed it far away, you showed it at every angle
Yeah,
imaginable.
why do we
Not
need to
every
talk
angle,
about
you know, TV, but at the same time, we know what it looks like. We know what's scary about it, so why would keeping it in the shadows scare us when we know exactly what's in there? Why?
Oh boy.
I need a drink.
I need one as well, bloody hell.
God, I need a drink. Fuck my goddamn soul for just a shot of cupcake vodka.
Cupcake vodka? What the hell is that? Sparkle! Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle!
Why, hello there. Kinda dead tonight, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Mr. Critic. What'll it be?
Well, I'm so glad you asked me that. It turns out I have a lot of lost time to make up for. That's all on account of this
Good old-fashioned
and I tell
Irish
ya,
whiskey.
It keeps getting worse.
Do tell, Mr. Critic. Do tell.
Please do be Irish.
For example,
sort of whiskey.
Jack pretends he doesn't see anything as tensions start to rise.
Was that Jack Daniel? I can't tell.
Get yours
Didn't see the bowl.
done. Can't you see the bruises on his neck? Are you blind? Stop it!
I want over Act 2.
So Jack goes and smashes the radio as well as the snow scooter and pretends like he doesn't know what's going on, resulting in a 6-minute conversation about how they're stuck.
We could learn as we go, Jack.
Maybe. We could listen to the weather, and we could pick a time when they're calling for 3-4 days without snow.
Yeah.
And if the forecast is wrong...
Fuck the conversation, you can say this in 4 words. We're stuck! Oh, nut bunnies! Why is this so hard? But things
Can't
get
you get an
suspenseful,
escort?
I
Can't you?
guess, when the hedge sculptures start to come to life.
Oh, come on. Really? They're coming to life.
Wow. Not since the happening have I been so not afraid of plant life. I'm so glad the CG artists from the Langoliers still got work. Things get even more hectic when one of the rooms locks Wendy inside. Why? I mean, what's the point when you really think about it? Even if they do catch up to him, what are they going to do? Give him poison ivy?
They're gonna make him eat them.
Oh, hey, that wasn't us. You're just a clumsy clod.
They're gonna turn him into a vegan. The horror! The
And
horror!
once again, what is this all building
A
up
vegetarian, even worse.
Abso-fucking-lutely nothing.
You're jumping at shadows, babe.
You know, some people like the first film version of The Shining, some don't. And I can understand either. But at the very least, you have to acknowledge it created a surreal, scary environment. And as soon as this version started, it was clear.
Is he gonna drink his
much
drink or is
more
he gonna keep
interested
talking?
in talking about that scary world than it was actually showing it. And that was 3 goddamn hours ago! So,
Drink the damn
Boy,
drink.
that sounds like a pain.
Finally, there we go.
you know what's funny, Dominic? I didn't think this location had any alcohol, let alone a bar.
I wonder if that is actually alcohol.
You've just been hallucinating. In fact, you've been drinking toilet water for the past 5 minutes.
Oh no, that's gross. That's gross. I hope that never happens to me, that I hallucinate and start drinking out of the toilet thinking it's whiskey. Oh no. Oh no. This is gross.
Do you see him anywhere?
Would you take that off?
No, I'm not getting killed by a D-list internet celebrity.
Look, there's his laptop. Maybe we can see what he's been working on.
Tedious celebrity. When no scam makes miniseries shit. Who took the scam? Oh. Wow, he must have... You know, I could go for some company. Tacos, hey, fuck it.
How do you like it? What are you doing down here?
No, I still have so much more pumpkin shit to try. I just wanted to ask about what we should do about The Shining.
Give me the bat.
Okay, what should be done about The Shining?
Wendy, give me the bat.
I don't think
Give me the bat.
I think you have some very definite ideas about what should be done about The Shining, and I would like to know what they are.
I just think that you can find something good in it and you'll feel better. You can find something good and you feel better.
There is nothing good about it.
There has to be something that King did better than Kubrick.
Have you ever seen a miniseries without a single solitary moment of entertainment in it?
Stay back! You're letting your love of the old one get in the way. We're not even satirizing the new one anymore. We're satirizing the old one.
That's because the new one sucks, and there is nothing to satirize.
There has to be something good.
Give me the bat.
Give me the bat. Give me the bat, come on. Give me the bat. Give it the bat.
Aha, you just made your biggest mistake.
He's gonna... he can just close the door. Lock it.
Open the door!
Now you stay in here until you find something positive to say, mister.
There is nothing positive in the miniseries. The original is so much better.
Well, find something.
Are we good?
Yeah, no thanks to you.
Oh, don't mention it. Hey, guys.
I forgot to mention, you're not going anywhere.
If you got an axe, break down the door and say he is Nostalgia Critic or he is Dog.
Go check it out. Go check it out.
Car's fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looks like all he emptied was the windshield wiper fluid.
Good luck driving without dirt debris all over your windows.
That's so silly.
You know what this calls for?
Come on.
Pumpkin sauerkraut.
Oh, I'm in.
Oh, see, while I'm here, we get another scene that seems to go nowhere. They see the elevator has been moving on its own, and Wendy climbs in and finds party masks and confetti. Ooh, is the elevator gonna drop or start moving so they have to pull her out in a suspenseful scene? Nope. It just stands there.
Wow, I was expecting
a...
a...
scary scene was practically gift wrap for you by the whole
Yeah,
guy,
the...
and you didn't take advantage
It could
of
have
it? That's
cut...
like the Three
nearly
Stooges
cut her head
looking
off
at
or
a
something.
pie lineup and saying,
What are we supposed to do with these?
Scare me, you fucking master of horror and suspense! Scare me!
You could have used that
So
scene.
Danny sees the ghosts are apparently dyslexic, and this finally convinces him to contact Dick. Oh yeah, a dead woman gnawing at your neck is okay, but bad grammar on the wall? Now that shit needs reinforcements. And just to pour more salt in the wound, he actually passes by an entertaining horror director, Sam Raimi, in a very bizarre cameo.
I love you, Howie. You're one cheery MFA. MFA? Mighty Fine America.
No, please,
Okay.
follow him! Throw in a flying eye, a disembodied hand, a talking head! The scares in this movie are so fucking weak! I wouldn't be shocked if the next thing to scare us was a guy in a bad Halloween mask!
No one gets past Rover.
3 hours of build-up, guys, and this is what it's been amounting to.
It's like a
Was it worth
cheap
it? But we do start
Ghostbusters
getting some
knockoff or
payoff with
something
the
like
ghost,
that.
at least, as they
Even
make themselves
Ghostbusters
more and more
were...
visible to Jack.
Oh my god, I have antlers! Oh, phew. That would have been silly as a guy in a Wolfman mask.
But more ghosts start to become visible, including Mr. Grady, as they all start to liquor up Jack to make him more susceptible to their
I
suggestions.
don't know, it's like a cheap
Family killing
Ghostbusters sort of
suggestions be again.
Casper
You
movie.
might want to take that up with your son.
Even worse, no. It reminds me a lot of Goosebumps. That's what it sort of reminds me of. Like a cheap sort of Goosebumps, Ghostbusters mixture of
We also
Casper
see
the
the
movie.
scariest part
Just
of any
all
Stephen King
blended
miniseries,
into a
Stephen
smoothie.
King. Give him some credit, though. At least it looks like he's having fun in all this. But we have no time for conducting beerless Judge Ito's. We got some crazy Jack drinking Jack to exploit. As he tries attacking Wendy, but she fights him off by lightly tapping him with the breakable prop.
Why did you do that?
You know what this calls
What a
for, right?
waste!
More goddamn talking!
Could have given it to me. I would have drunk it. What a
Skip it.
waste!
Wendy and Danny drag him into the kitchen to lock him up.
If there's one thing you don't do is waste alcohol.
Projects anymore.
What cruel sadistic bastards.
But not only do the ghosts let him out,
The
but they
horror.
also start attacking the rest of the family. Wait. Huh. Well, it's good to know Stephen King has moved on
scary.
from balloons
Confetti
to the
and balloons.
terrifying realms of confetti. Hey, watch out! Those look like real streamers. Hello? Turn around. Creepy guy here. Hey!
That's what I've been
Oh, boy.
Croquet is still not scary. What is your deal?
Now, by God, you are going to take your medicine.
Or I'm not king of the nine-witched diamond formation. Come on, it looks silly enough
Damn.
carrying this thing. You don't need to make it funnier. But Wendy's done playing Whack-a-Demorne as she slams him in the
Whack-a-mole.
face with a ball. And yet, somehow, quite miraculously, both these two seem to keep moving. Don't you think they'd be down for the count by this point?
Mr. Torrance, Halloran's coming. You'd better take care of this, Mr. Torrance.
Stay close, darling. I'll be back.
See, I quoted an Arnold movie instead of Cars to
I'll
shake
be
things up
back.
a bit. By the way, I hate lamps and TVs! Just thought I'd throw that out there.
What's this, the room? What's this, Tommy Wiseau just smashing everything?
No, I don't think so.
Wasn't he supposed to be psychic?
You see what I'm
Shouldn't
talking
he
about? It's
know?
not exactly inflicting spine-tingling terror when you do this with a croquet
Shouldn't he have
mallet
known?
instead of an axe. I get more Jim Carrey smashing that clock in The Mask than I do something scary. Just like a cartoon sound effect to make it complete.
Yeah, yeah, the sound effect.
Still a classic.
Oh.
Yeah, things are about as laughably silly with Danny.
Les
Just look at how
Miserables.
Tony tries to show him the boiler room is about to blow.
It's the boiler. My daddy forgot to dump the boiler.
But Danny does find out and manages to tell his father, who seems to be struggling back and forth between loving his son and turning into an evil Ed knockoff.
Oh, it does, yeah. It does look like the Evil Dead, doesn't it?
You
My daddy hasn't dumped the boiler pressure today.
What? I can't understand what you...
Foiled by incompetent maintenance! Danny and Wendy manage to wake up Dick and they make their way out, resulting in
Wake
Jack
up him? He
sacrificing
just-
himself by blowing up the house. Because, yeah, as we all know, explosions can apparently kill ghosts.
Total protonic reversal.
Ghostbusters, there we go. No, I was thinking of the Ghostbusters when thinking of this.
And what's the only way we can wrap up 237 minutes of boredom?
10 years later.
A goddamn graduation ceremony! Because we weren't bored enough! God!
Dear Rob. Dear Rob. Dear Rob. Dear Rob. Dear Rob. Dear Rob.
Bart D-Rum. Was it Red Rum was murder? Red Rum was murder. I am no entertained by the miniseries, I do not particularly. Whoa.
What is this, musical rooms? Open the door!
Not until you de-crazy yourself.
Get an axe, come on.
Something I can get this open with.
Oh, come on.
Well,
Whack-a-mole.
if it's scary enough for Stephen
If that
King,
squeaks.
it's scary enough for me.
Please don't. Let that thing squeak. I want to hear it squeak.
Little pigs, let me come in. Not by the hair on your chinny chin chin. Then I'll hunt, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in.
The squeak. Yes, the squeak. I love it. That's what I would have done. The squeaks.
You know, this really isn't working. Why don't don't you just open up the door?
Not until you find something positive about the miniseries. It'll clear your head.
There is nothing positive about it, and somebody has to pay for it. Somebody has to pay.
Pumpkin guacamole?
I didn't know that was pumpkin guacamole. Run.
Critic?
Hey, Doc. Good job, Doc. I love you.
That's it.
Malcolm! You know you have to die! It's the law of every scary movie!
What about that guy from Event Horizon? He lived!
Jurassic Park, Deep Blue Sea, Gremlins, the list goes on!
How about that chick from Alien vs. Predator?
Was she black? I don't really remember!
I'm pretty sure she was!
That chick was awesome!
Why do so many people hate that movie?
I think it's seriously underappreciated as movie crossovers go! I mean, it's no Avengers, but it was still pretty damn decent!
Okay, I never thought I'd have to use this.
Used in case of crazy white person. What is it, a gun?
I'm coming!
Is it,
We here.
Excuse me, sir. I was wondering if you saw a black person.
Oh, come
come through here.
on.
Why, no, good sir. I was just walking through, reading my James Patterson novel and listening to Wrecking Ball.
It's a good song.
Of course it is.
Hey, Nostalgia Critic. Random white person. I found out something the miniseries did better than the movie.
What? What could that possibly be?
Jack's character.
Huh? For Schnizzle?
Jack in the first Shining was just playing, well, Jack. It's just another Nicholson role that could be switched out with any other.
Blasphemy!
Interesting,
Thou shalt not
blasphemy.
blasphemy.
Step by step what he's going through and why he's going through it. But it's not scary.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson
Just
played
because it's not
himself.
scary doesn't mean it's not good. I mean, look at Nicholson. That man was born to be scary. Even in the scenes where he's trying to be normal, he's still scary. But in this version, you actually feel sorry for the character and see the natural progression of his tragic story.
Hey, that man played a very emotional, very complex, very dramatic, you're right, it's just another Nicholson performance. So, wow. King actually did something better than Kubrick? I mean, the rest of the series is boring, cliched, not the least bit frightening, but at the very least, he did explain his main character much better than the Kubrick film did. And Steve Weber did a good job bringing that
Sorry
emotion
about that,
of
the
a normal
audio's
guy
just
being tormented
changed.
to the
That's
screen.
the YouTube
Despite
video.
all its other faults, that part was actually pretty well done. Even if it was just one element, King did manage to do something better than Kubrick. One of my heroes.
Sorry about the audio change. That's just the YouTube video. It sometimes
Critic, are you okay?
it does that. Old YouTube videos do that. The audio changes for some reason.
Sit down and think things over for a little bit.
What's wrong with them?
I don't know. I guess the idea of Stephen King doing something better than Stanley Kubrick was too much for him to take. Huh. Well, it's been a long day. Let's see what else we can find that has pumpkin in it.
Oh, well, that's perfect because I found this website called pumpkinporn.com.
Ooh.
Everything pumpkin related.
Oh, pumpkin hot pockets.
Yes, pumpkin onion rings.
Pumpkin tortilla.
Pumpkin meatloaf.
Pumpkin.
Yep, the audio's cut off here. Yep, there we go. Yeah. The audio's cut off here due to copyright reasons, most likely. So yeah. This is where Nostalgia Critic sort of... Yep, there we go. This is just a video. I do apologize. He's just doing this to protect his video. Yeah, I'm guessing this is just to protect his video from copyright. I've explained this multiple times. So, don't blame me. It's the video itself. You can check it out yourself, and it does this. There we go, it's back. Yeah, my guess it was protecting it from this music.
What do you want me to think?
Anything as long as it's hard.
That was disturbing. Okay, that was the Shining miniseries. Yeah, very, sort of disappointing in a way from what I've seen. You know, I'm still gonna watch it, don't get me wrong. If this is on Amazon Prime or Netflix or anything like that, I'm definitely gonna be able to watch this. I want to see what it's like for myself. But the sort of strange thing is that it's a bit different from what I expected. I was expecting something a little bit more better. You know, it's the Shining miniseries. You're thinking, oh, come on, it's gotta be good. But no, it's not. It's well, I don't know. I gotta watch it for myself. Obviously, it's got some bad moments, you know, like the killer hose. I just can't get over that goddamn killer hose with teeth and stuff, you know. That's ridiculous. But you know what? I mean, I think it's something I have to watch to maybe decide for myself. Obviously, it's going to be very slow and very painful. There were some very painful moments in this when he wasted all that alcohol. You don't smash an alcoholic bottle over someone's head. That's sacrilege. Don't waste all that alcohol. Give it to me. Oh boy. Yeah. That was the Shining miniseries. Very interesting, very fascinating. It looked bad, and it looked good at some parts, but it was very slow, a lot of talking. And you know what? I was expecting that because you know all these sort of stuff do that. They do a lot of dialogue, a lot of talking, and not a lot of action. I'm guessing it was trying to create suspense, try to create like a story. But I don't know. I gotta watch it myself. I'm gonna find it very interesting, and hopefully it's not too boring. It's not too drawn out and too boring. But some bits look very fascinating. I like the layout of the house. The house looks absolutely pretty cool. You got to give them credit for that, for the sort of the set they were on. It looked very interesting. But other than that, yeah, I gotta watch it for myself. I gotta watch it for myself. Sorry, tongue twisted there. Yeah, this is something I gotta watch for myself to enjoy and understand because I'm really curious. I have to go through it myself. I can't really just sum it up in 42 minutes like this video did. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give a like, comment down below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.